There are seasons in life when silence hurts more than pain. You pray, you wait, you believe, yet nothing seems to change. And slowly, without realizing it, a dangerous thought enters the heart of a believer. Maybe Jesus is quiet because he no longer cares. Today, I want to speak to that silence. Because silence has never meant absence, not for Jesus. In the Gospels, there is a pattern we often miss. Jesus does some of his greatest work not in moments of noise, but in moments of quiet. A quiet night before the cross, a quiet walk to Emmaus, a quiet moment when he knelt in the dust and wrote while everyone waited for judgment. Silence has always been a place where Jesus shows up. There was a man once who followed Jesus for a long time without being noticed. He listened, he believed, but life kept breaking him, loss after loss, prayer after prayer. Eventually, he stopped asking God for big things. He only asked for strength to survive another day. He still went where Jesus was, but he stayed in the background. One day, as Jesus taught, the man stood far back, thinking, I don't need to be seen. I just need to hear his voice one more time. Jesus spoke about trust, about the Father's care, about rest for weary souls. Every word felt true yet unreachable. Inside his heart, the man whispered, Lord, I believe you can help others. I just don't know if you still see me. And then Jesus stopped speaking. The crowd leaned in, confused. Jesus looked directly toward the back, toward the quiet place, toward the forgotten place. And he said, You there, come closer. The man froze. That moment felt heavier than any miracle. As he stepped forward, shame followed him. Fear followed him. Years of unanswered prayers followed him. He stood before Jesus and said, Lord, I don't even know what to ask anymore. Jesus replied, Then let me speak instead. Jesus looked at him with compassion and said words that still echo today. I was with you when you cried alone. I was with you when you prayed tired prayers. I was with you when you thought I was silent. The man asked the question we all ask. Then why didn't you answer sooner? Jesus answered, Because some answers change situations, others change hearts. And your heart was becoming ready. This is the part of faith we rarely preach. God is not slow. God is not distracted. God is not distant. He's deliberate. Jesus never rushes love. Some of you watching this today feel stuck in a waiting season. You feel forgotten. You feel unseen. Hear this truth. Jesus does not delay because he is careless. He waits because he is careful with your soul. The cross itself looked like silence. Heaven did not speak. Angels did not intervene. Yet that silence was doing the greatest work in history. Resurrection always comes after quiet. If Jesus is silent in your life right now, it is not punishment. It is preparation. You may not feel him, but he is closer than you think. Faith is not always loud. Sometimes faith is simply staying when leaving would be easier. Jesus never promised a life without pain. He promised a presence that pain cannot remove. And today, Jesus walks into your silence and says, I am still here. I have not missed you. I have not forgotten you. And I am not finished. So if your prayers feel weak, keep praying. If your hope feels tired, keep hoping. If your heart feels heavy, bring it anyway. Because Christianity is not about finding Jesus when life makes sense. It is about trusting him when it doesn't. And blessed are those who stay, because silence is often where Jesus is working the most. Amen.